I was 17 years old when I first realized I needed glasses. I was sitting in world religions class at the back, and I was trying to read what the teacher was writing on the board, and I was squinting my eyes, and a friend of mine was like, "Hey, dude, I think you need glasses." I was like, no, I definitely don't need glasses, it's fine. And pushed my eyes really closely together, and it works. He's like, no, here, throw my glasses on. So I grabbed his glasses and put them on, and I guess the prescription was similar to what I needed at the time. And I distinctly remember being like, this is what the world looks like? I have been thinking about getting laser eye surgery probably for the last 4 years or so. And for me, it's less about money and the cost that's associated with getting it, and definitely more about the fear. See, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a photographer, I'm someone who makes a living creating visual things. And I think I have a very deep-rooted fear that if I damage my greatest asset, which are my eyes, that will be the beginning of the end for me.
Oh, okay, I gotta go. Wish me luck. Grab one last thing. Sorry about the mess. Last time grabbing these before I go to the car. Also, for anybody that didn't know, this is what I look like with glasses. This is what I usually have to wear when I'm watching TV shows and enjoying other things in life that require glasses. Are you excited for me?
I'm so excited for you. You'll finally be able to see how I see. You look so wholesome with your glasses on. That's how I felt like about my dad too. Like, he looked kinder with glasses on, and when he took them off he looked meaner, so I always liked him more in his glasses. So maybe it's like a weird Freudian thing that I have going on. I don't know.
I can't wait to drive and not have to be like, oh, I forgot my glasses, and run back inside again.
For me, if I can push through the fear that's associated with going through this procedure, I think it will be amazing to see what life is like on the other side. So I did my appointment back in January, and it was scheduled for like 3:30 p.m. to arrive. And the receptionist told me, she's like, you'll be out of here by 7:30. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be here for 4 hours. There's definitely a lot of waiting, and you're waiting to go into 4 rooms in total. The first room that we went into double checks your vision, essentially. So you go up to like 4 different machines. The first machine kind of gives like a rough estimate of what your vision correction needs to be. And this is the second machine, and I promise you it is not a hypnosis machine. What this does is it takes a quick scan of your eyeball, and it essentially tells the laser how to shape your eye for the surgery.
Blink one more time. Open wide.
Whoa. Bye.
The whole goal of the second room is to double check your prescription, and we finally like dialed it in, and I could actually read all of the lines, even up to like the final bottom line there. And he's like, our hope is that we can actually get you like 2015 vision, which is better than 2020.
But you have a seat.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks.
All right, we are operating on both eyes, initials and initials.
Yep.
These are all the risks associated, initials at the bottom.
Yep.
It's always funny, you know, you're meeting this person for the first time, and they slide like a little document over, and they're like, you ready for this? Do you want to do it? I mean, there's always a party that's like, no, run right now, this is your chance. But you have to trust that after all the years of doing these procedures, all the stories from friends who have gotten laser eye surgery being like, this is life-changing, this is so good. And you just got to be like, you know what, I'm fully committing myself to this, just hope for the best.
Great, thank you. Want to come sit with me?
I shall.
Okay, last step is done. And the next step is the OR, the operation itself. I actually thought it was about 10 minutes per eye. Apparently the whole thing will be done in 10 minutes, so it's even shorter than I expected, which is good.
I think my like ego kind of came in the way at this point. I was trying to be like, no, I'm strong. I don't feel fear right now. I'm not nervous. Everything's good. It's all gonna be great. Don't worry about it.
They even offered to give me some relaxing drugs, but I figured I'm doing okay. Yeah, should have taken them. Who knows?
I think I just had this like blind confidence in the moment that everything was just gonna be great. But as you'll see.
So I'm just gonna put this hair on.
My surgeon was Dr. Lloyd, and he was awesome. I mean, like, one of the first things that he told me after greeting me, he's like, hey man, I've done 40,000 eyeballs. That gave me a lot of confidence in the moment that like everything was gonna run smoothly. You lay down on this little bed, this machine kind of like goes over top of your eyes. He's like, okay, what's gonna happen right now is I'm gonna put something on your eyeball, you're gonna start feeling a lot of pressure, and what's gonna happen is it's gonna go all black. So I'm essentially going blind for about 10 seconds, which is terrifying. But I knew about this, they had told me about it beforehand, and then that's when they place this like little device on your eye, and it goes in and actually slices the top part of your eyeball to make a little flap so that the lasers can go in and shape your eye. It's weird because it's all dark at this point, and all you're hearing is like zzz, which is the sound of them cutting your cornea, which is terrifying. So at that point, it's all black. It starts, a little bit of light starts to come back in, and I see a red light, a green light, and a red light. It kind of looks a little bit like a kaleidoscope at this point. And he goes, all right, so what's gonna happen is the laser is going to position itself, and it's gonna go 3, 2, 1, and literally the lasers go and it's done. And they flip the flap back over, and they move on to the next eye. That's how fast the actual laser eye correction is. So you wait there for a little minute, machine moves away, and you sit up and you start to open your eyes very slowly. And it's all foggy. Like this giant mist is just all over your eyes. But I was very terrified because my vision was, at this point, significantly worse than it was than when I went under. And that was scary. You're like, oh no, I know I should be expecting this, but like, what if? What if? I left the LASIK MD. I like literally just like broke down. I just got like overwhelmed with like emotion at that point. I was feeling like very, very scared.
I feel now that it's been a few minutes.
I think I'm like more stressed now that it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they said that it's supposed to be blurry right now, but it's still just like, just surgery. I feel it, like the stress more now than I did, like even in it. You know what I mean?
It was just scary.
Just scary.
Yeah, I was freaked out. I was genuinely scared. The next day was like awesome. It's exactly like what a friend of mine told me the morning was gonna be like.
Good morning, everybody. It's the day after the surgery. I just woke up about 10 minutes ago, and I opened my eyes and I could read the time on the clock across the room. I haven't been able to ever do anything like that before. I didn't have to squint, I didn't have to do, everything was sharp. I started like looking around the room, and from my bed we can kind of see into our bathroom, and I could like read the labels on the shampoo. Oh man.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, for 12 years I've lived in this tiny little bubble where all the things that have been sharp are literally here, and now there's this whole new world in front of me. I'm like looking across the street at like the houses, like, Lizzie, the neighbor's shingles look so amazing. It's like these super weird details were like so fascinating to me and so special because it was the first time I was ever experiencing them.
You excited for Daddy? Yeah. Bear, are you so excited for Dad's eyes? Are you excited? Yay!
So on the fifth day, I was downstairs working out, and I remember just being like, my vision doesn't feel right now. So I was doing this thing where I was like, all right, I'll put one hand on one eye. All right, this eye, 20/20, everything looks good. What's this eye like? And it was like blurry. And I was like, this isn't good. So I like instantly stopped working out. I like ran upstairs. I like went to Lizzie, and she's like, don't panic. This is probably normal. I'm sure they get this all the time. I'm like, yeah, but what if they don't get this all the time? There's an emergency number that they give you just on the off chance that you need to call them. So like rush downstairs. I called the number, and they're like, come in immediately.
Yep. I'll
take a look, just make sure that everything.
So I go into the optometrist. She double checks the eye, and she's like, "All right, we're gonna double check your prescription." So we do the one eye, everything's fine. We do the other eye, and she was like, "I mean, everything's fine. Your prescription's good." So she gets a little microscope. She goes right up to the surface of the eye, and she looks at the good eye first, and she's like, "All right, this eye's fine." And she looks at the second eye, and she's like, "Oh, this eye seems really, really dry right now." So there's like little ripples. So it's essentially like diverting the light and causing it to be blurry. So she's just like, "You need to hydrate, like way more eye drops than even like what is recommended." By the time I got back in the car, my vision had already started to like clear up again. When I look back on really pivotal moments in my life, it was usually pushing through some sort of fear. I remember deciding if I wanted to start my own business or not, and I was so scared. I think that's like, I mean, we're always worried that it's never gonna work out like how we want to, but pushing through that gave me the confidence to start multiple businesses. You just constantly compound all these fears over and over again. And what I'm excited about is taking all those experiences along with going through laser eye surgery and knowing like, if I can go through all those things, I can go through anything that I'm afraid of. How's it going? Thank you guys so much for watching this week's documentary, our first attempt at a documentary. I hope you guys liked it because we put a lot of hours into this thing. Also, by the way, it's been 9 months since my surgery at this point, and life after the procedure is amazing. The neighbor shingles still looking super sharp. But speaking very candidly with you for just a second, I'm so happy that I pushed through the fear of this procedure because life on the other side is so incredible. I don't worry about needing glasses anymore. Everything just feels so natural. I forget that I even needed glasses. I highly recommend LASIK and laser eye surgery. I actually reached out to LASIK after the filming of this video and said, "Hey, can you provide a discount code for the fans out there after watching this 11-minute documentary?" And they're like, "We can offer $300 off a custom LASIK procedure." So if you guys want to learn more about that, you can use the coupon code LMD-ChrisHowe on checkout and save yourself some money off of a procedure. If you guys like this video, please press like. It actually makes a difference. Subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for future videos. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Should we make another documentary? Should I take another year to make a whole documentary? Let me know.